Live here at the downtown
Tonight, from the end zone to the fan zone and all seats in between, this is your home for the local sporting update, featuring the voice of the Bradford High School Tornadoes. Welcome to On the Spot Sport News with your host, David Rodgers.
There they are, Kevin. Hey, Big Kev, I tell you what, man. Hey, glad to have football back in our lives again. I tell you what, it's been a long time coming. Great season that we're looking forward to. We're going to recap just a little bit of last year's season. We're going to talk about this year's schedule as well. We've got Coach Tomlinson coming on, also with the new AD, Aaron Testone, and we've got some players coming on as well. And then we're going to recap what we think may happen during this season. But, hey, glad to have you along, compadre, back in the saddle again, as we like to say, right along with Chuck Kramer and the fine staff over at WEAG Eagle Country 106.3 FM.
Yeah, David, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's tornado football time. I tell you what, there's some excitement in the air. And I tell you, I'm just proud to be sitting here next to you. Best play caller in the state, best producing team over here, Chuck Kramer. Hey, David, guess what?
What?
It's 11 days, 28 minutes, and 22 seconds to kickoff. But hey, who's counting?
I know it. Hey, I want to know where you get that from, by the way.
Man, I tell you, there's a lot of Tornado fans out there who want to see Tornado football. They just, hey, they're excited. They said it to me.
I hear you. Well, is there any Tornado fans in the house tonight?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that, Kevin. Hey, we got a nice little crowd here with us. We are live, as Chuck Kramer said, from the Downtown Grill here in beautiful Star, Florida. Kevin, let's get right on with it, buddy. Hey, last year, the team finished 6-6 overall in the 2021 season. I tell you what, young team went over to Baker County. Hey, played them tough for about 3.5 quarters. And then the Baker County Wildcats, of course, showed their muscle and gave us a pretty good spanking over there, 33-6. But guess what? First game of the season, hey, home game of the season, those Baker County Wildcats will be coming here to David Hurst Stadium. Maybe a different story this year.
Yeah, David, if you remember, that game was in question going into the fourth quarter. I tell you, that was a really good football team that went over there, played their hearts out. Give credit to Baker County. They played their hearts out, and then just in the end, the running game just kind of wore us down. But hey, look here. That was last year. This year, David.
That's exactly right. It's going on to game number 2 here as we're recapping the schedule, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us again. We are live here at the Downtown Grill. If you're in the vicinity or the area, come on in and see us. Hey, they got some great food. What's the special tonight, Kevin? Something about a couple of burgers and a couple of beers. I don't know what that.
I don't really know. I asked if they had a buffet. They said no. So
oh, really?
I was kind of disappointed.
You was kind of disappointed they don't have a buffet?
They ain't got a buffet, man.
Oh, man. Well, we got
I think Chuck called ahead and said, hey, y'all big kids come and get rid of the buffet. Hey.
I hear you, big guy. Hey, second game of the year. We came back, home game, played Keystone Heights. Of course, we don't have them on the schedule this year. Bounced in pretty good, 26-0. So 1-1 right now at that point, Kevin. Then we had UCHS. You know who that is, don't you? We had to go over there.
Mercy Christian.
Yes, it. Beat us 33-22. And I tell you what, it seemed like the schedule wasn't playing out right for us because the next week went over to Suwannee County where they had a great quarterback. And they put it to the Tornadoes, at least the first half of the game. But then I seen the turnaround, Kevin. We outplayed them and outscored them 20-7 in that game as we really shut them down there in the second half.
Yeah, David, that was a tale of two halves. And I tell you, there's a lot of great athletes over there at Suwannee High. And you know, I thought that the second half, man, what an adjustment the coaching staff made. Players come out on fire. Heads weren't hanging, and they actually outplayed and outscored Suwannee in the second half. Just come up a little short.
And that's a great tribute to the coaching staff that we got. Hey, keeping those boys' head in there. And then, Kevin, we go over to Madison County, place called Boot Hill. Hey, by the way, hey,
there's been a lot of guns buried over there.
Yeah, there sure has, man. And I'll tell you what, hey, we barely got buried over there. But let me tell you what, this is where I seen where the team made a good turnaround right here. Hey, team played hard defensively. We kept them really basically out of the end zone. They was inside the red zone at least 7-8 times. And the Tornadoes just shut them down.
Yeah, what a great job the defense did last year, David. And I'll tell you, that game, man, that game was in question right up to the last 2 minutes of the game. And I'll tell you, those kids went over and played their hearts out, just, you know, coming up a little bit short. But you could tell each week, and the quality teams we were playing, we were getting better, but they weren't hanging their heads. Their confidence was going up.
Yeah, Dante Balfour with an 85-yard interception return for a touchdown. That ghost play, I'm still looking for that flag. I didn't see what, you know how that
goes. It is what it is, man.
It is what it is. But hey, how about the punt returner there when Sincere Hankerson just leveled that kid over there? They're still trying to find his body over there.
I'll tell you what, man. We did a little planting of our own over there at Boot Hill. You know
Yeah, we sure did. I'm gonna tell you right now. Sincere, hey, I'm telling you what, hey, get the license plate on that one, brother.
There was a truck on the field.
Yeah, there was. And then, hey, we came home on a losing streak. Then Hawthorne Hornets come in. They had a decent team. They went actually to the state championship game, lost to Baker over there in Tallahassee, and we beat them 28-25 when we was down in that game, Kevin. And the heart and the moxie of the young Tornadoes, they came back and put that game away.
Yeah, what a fourth quarter that we actually put together on offense that night, David. You remember that the Hornets had such a big offensive line, and our defense was struggling a little bit stopping their offense, but it seemed like all of a sudden there was a couple of plays that you could just tell it was getting in the players' heads. You could see the frustration on their coaching staff on the sidelines, and our players took advantage of it. And I'll tell you what, it was a great performance to come back and win that game.
Yes, it was. Then on to PK Young. Of course, we played them over there. Won that game 28-6, Kevin. And then, hey, had Palatka back at home, beat them guys 36-6. And then South Sumter comes a rolling in, Kevin, man. And I tell you, we mentioned South Sumter. We get them, they get us. They happen to get us here that night. And 31-20, pretty good ball game there. And we knew we was probably going to see them in the playoffs again.
Yeah, and we did. And I'll tell you what, there was some great play in both games, David. South Sumter was a great football team. What can you say? I really think there was a few calls. We ain't going to go there.
We won't go there.
I really thought that playoff game, it should have went the other way.
Yeah, and then of course the playoffs start, Kevin, and Keystone comes rolling in here, and the Tornadoes put a shellacking on those guys, 40-14, and I thought that's the best the Tornadoes looked all season.
If you was not at the Keystone playoff game and missed that interception by Balfour that he returned, you missed one of the greatest plays I think I've ever watched in high school football. It was just outstanding. He comes from 20 yards. That was a touchdown. I'm sitting there going, oh, man, it's a touchdown. And he come out of nowhere, intercepts the ball, takes it all the way back.
Yeah, speaking of Adante Balfour, hey, he's over at the University of North Carolina, Tar Heel, wearing that white navy blue. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if he don't get any playing time this year.
And Mac Brown has got that team playing and got them bleeding.
Yep, and some other players as well, before I finish that off, that's went on and going on to do some better things in college. We got Pedro Carter, we got Eric Smith, we've got Levontre Daniels, that's up at Valdosta State, and of course the kid that's up there at Troy there, Kevin Sterling Roberts. So we've gotten some people out of here and into college and playing college football, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do this year as well.
Yeah, it's just a testimony, David, of the kind of talent that we have here in Bradford County, and this year I'm expecting it to be the same. And just kind of looking at the players, there is talent all over that field.
And then, of course, the last game, Kevin, that put us out in the playoffs. So we go 2 rounds in the playoffs, and South Sumter beat us 9-6 over there. And there's another interception return that Balfour had that could have turned that game around and maybe went on to the 3rd round of the playoffs. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. Hey, it just happened.
I'd have loved to got bold. We'd have had them here at home if we'd have won that South Sumter game. I'd really like to see that game.
Me too. I tell you what, we played bowl stuff in the past couple of years ago. Hey, we gave them guys all they wanted. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, they knew they were in a game.
Yep, and then of course we had our spring game, and the Tornadoes, Newberry comes over here, and of course the Tornadoes take care of business and win that game 27-7, which preludes to this season right here, Kevin. I'm gonna tell you what right now, the young Tornadoes growing up, got some transfers that's coming in here. I tell you what, Tornadoes are looking pretty good this year.
Yeah, David, last year a team that was very young. You got some players that's growing up now, a little older, and bringing in new coaching staff in the weight room. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of motivation I've been seeing on social media. Them kids have been working their hearts out. And one of the mottos in that weight room is, they might beat us on the field, but they won't beat us in this weight room. So they are working hard. I'll tell you, I like what I'm seeing out of this young Tornado team.
Yeah, me too as well. Speaking of the schedule, Kevin, of course we've got a kickoff classic this Friday night as we're going to go over there to the to Alachua County and play those Santa Fe Raiders.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that'd be a good test. Now, you never know what you're going to get out of Santa Fe. They've been down a few years, but I think they're actually starting to make a turnaround. Maybe they'll have some talent. It'd be a good test to see what we're at.
Yeah, they like to run that beer and that wing tea, so let's see if they're still running that. Let's see if the young Tornadoes can shut this thing down. Then, of course, we got the first game of the season. Everybody's been talking about it. You've been hearing it right here. Hey, Baker County, they're coming here to David Hurst Stadium. and I think we owe them one.
Oh, we owe one. I tell you, David, how can you not get excited about a Bradford-Baker matchup? There is a long tradition of history. We could go on half the night talking about Bradford and Baker. But I tell you what, David, you're looking at a team that had a pretty good record last year. They were a good team. Not quite sure what the talent they lost, but I'll guarantee you they're going to come over here. And fans, if you're going to go to the Bradford, come early because they always pack the house. I don't care where their team's playing at. They're proud.
You know what they call that, guys. Y'all know what they call that rivalry? Big Mike Walls, you know what they call that rivalry? The blood rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
The blood rivalry.
Backyard blood rivalry.
That's exactly right. So, hey, Baker County, come over here. We'll see what the Tornadoes are made of there. Then, a team that we haven't played in several years, we get to go over there. They've been a pretty good team the last few years, and Coach is going to make me do push-ups after I say this team. But I'm just going to use, hey, the team down the road.
Yeah, about 15 minutes west of us.
Yeah.
Just a few miles across the river into the next county. If you know what the next county west of it is, you know what the high school is.
Well, you're trying to trick me into saying it, aren't you?
Well, I was trying.
Because I know you are.
I can't do push-ups.
No, you want me to do the push-ups.
But anyway, David, I tell you what, right out the chute, Baker and then Union. Man,
Right.
I tell you what, that is going to be two outstanding and exciting games. I wouldn't want to miss one.
I wouldn't either. And we get to go to both of those, Kevin, as we get to go to each and every one of those games. Again, this is David Rodgers, Big Kevin Howe, right along Mr. Chuck Kramer, Lynn Bellis, back over at the studios, producing this Tornado Sneak Peek show. Got a nice little crowd. I see we got some of the players, some of the parents, some of the coaches here. The new AD is here. Hey, Tornado football, Kevin, very, very exciting this year, as we just gone over a couple of games right here on the schedule.
Oh, yeah, David, I tell you what, man, we got a good crowd here. We got some players. We're going to bring some coaches up here to talk about it, David. And we're going to continue with this schedule. I'll tell you what, Tornado football, man, it is back, and I'm excited.
Hey, do we have any Tornado fans in the house? Let me hear you out there. Man, hey, that's players, parents, everybody. They're excited, baby.
If you're not in downtown Grill tonight in Stark, Florida on Call Street, you're missing out.
Yes, you sure are, Kevin. I can tell you that right now. Hey, then we've got Clay County on September the 10th. How about them? We ain't played them guys in a while either.
Yeah, I'll tell you, David, I'm really not sure the last time we played Clay County. We may have to go back a few years, but they were 11-2 team last year. So certainly there is some talent over there, and it's going to be certainly a good test for this Tornado team.
And then after that, Kevin, we get University Christian right here at the house, as we've got 7 home games this year, Kevin, on the schedule. That's usually unheard of. 7 home games, 3 away games. The furthest we got to go is to Yulee. We'll be talking about that in a minute. But University Christian coming over here to us, always got a good football team.
That's another team I feel like we owe one last year. They got a big physical team, David. They've got a lot of talent over there. What I noticed about them last year, man, they had some big, fast ball players. But certainly, this schedule plays in our favor with the 7 home games. I'll tell you, we're going to need Tornado fans to show up, be loud and proud.
And then, of course, Swan East come calling here to David Hurst Stadium. No more number 2 of that quarterback. I don't know who they're going to have, but I can tell you, they've always got a good squad. They'll come over here and give the Tornadoes a test over here at David Hurst Stadium.
Oh, yeah, they're going to bring a good football team, and I tell you, I'm glad to have them at home. But I tell you, David, it's going to be a good, all these games, when you look down this schedule, all these games are going to be exciting to watch. You are not going to want to miss any of these games, right?
I'll tell you what, Kevin, we'll finish up the schedule, talk to the coaches, the AD, as soon as we get back right after this commercial break. You're listening to the Tornado Sneak Peek right here on Eagle Country 106.3.
Hey Tornado fans, this is Kurt Miracle of Miracle Automotive and Towing, proud sponsors of Tornado Football. I want to welcome you to beautiful Stark, Florida at David Hurst Stadium, and thank you for letting us be a part of this community. We're here for more than your automotive and towing needs. We're here to be part of Tornado Country. Go Big Red!
Features different specials each week. And on Sunday, it's Sunday Fun Day with the very best bell chicken from 11 till 3. Enjoy all of your favorite sports on our many TVs placed around the restaurant. Plan a meeting in your banquet room. Call Chrissy at 904-964-9253 for details. Now back to Sneak Peek, live from the Downtown Grill on Eagle Country 106.3.
All right, here we are back live at the Downtown Grill here in beautiful Stark, Florida with the Tornadoes Sneak Peek Report. 21-22 season. Of course, talking Bradford Tornado football. My name is David Rodgers, right along with Big Kevin Howe. Chuck Kramer right along here with us live on the set. And of course, Lynn Bellis back at the radio station giving us some great producing moments as she always has, Kevin. And of course, just like we're doing right now, always live on remote, trying to get something accomplished as far as tornado football goes. And of course, right now, here we go. We've got the head man himself, Mr. Bradford Tornado Football, the coach of the Bradford Tornadoes. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Coach Brian Tomlinson. Hey, how about that, huh? Hey, I'll take that $20 later that you promised me.
Oh, it's $5.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take $5 at this time. But anyway, hey, glad that you can join us, Coach. I know it's been a busy summer and, of course, a busy week here in preparation of a preseason game that we got coming up and, of course, the regular season. So glad that you're in with us, Coach. So for everybody that doesn't know you, and they should know you by now, just a little synopsis of who you are, how long you've been here at Bradford, and just talk a little bit about you and the coaching staff.
My name is Brian Tomlinson. I've been here going on year number 5. When's the last time anybody said that?
It's been a while, Coach. Yeah. Besides us, I think there ain't too many, is there?
Right. But no, we worked hard this past season and actually all our seasons and to do things a little bit different, and we're trying to do that. And we have a great coaching staff. We got a couple of them here tonight. They're one in about 3 states, so I can't say their names.
Oh, is that right? I was going to say, hey, can we bring them up? But if they're wanted in 3 states, I don't want to be an accomplice to that.
Yeah. So no, great coaching staff this year. To most of them coming back. Got a few new faces. Able to get some good work done in practice, and I can't wait to see what it looks like on Friday night.
I tell you what, can we get a couple of the coaches up there, just say hello and tell them who they are? Coaches, come on up. Somebody come on up. I'm going to call somebody out. Come on up, Coach. Come on up, Coach. Yeah, I see you over there. Shane's is hiding from you over there, Coach. Bring him up. There he is. He'll come on up. Golly, Kevin, has he been working out or what, man? He looks big, man. What's going on there? Come on, sit down with us. Coach Shanks, tell everybody who you are, man. Just give a big hello, man, and then we'll turn it back over to Coach.
Coach Shanks, DB coach / co-defensive coordinator.
I got you. You played at Bradford, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah. Hey, you done some good things at Bradford, and you're just helping it come right along with this program that we've got right now. And your son plays on the team, don't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we love that guy. Yeah, hey, Mr. Quarterback last year, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this year too as well?
We got
They ain't gonna give it away, are you?
We got a surprise.
We got a surprise or two? Okay, I got you. Coach Shanks is up here with us. He's going to hang out for just a few minutes. Coach, what do you see? Last year, 6-6, made the playoffs. It didn't look too good there at the beginning, and then all of a sudden the Tornadoes clicked, turning around, and this young team became men, and of course just started laying the licks on everybody. And I think it's carrying over to this year because we were young sophomores and juniors.
Absolutely, and then part of that is that they were young, and when everyone saw it start to click, that's the time they weren't inexperienced anymore. They gained experience, got halfway through the season, and like y'all said earlier, the Madison game was a big turnaround for them to play with them, and everybody knows their history, and so to play a game where we left there actually feeling like we should have won, and I think the guys kind of picked up from there, and things started building up.
Yeah, is Sincere with us tonight? Is he in here tonight?
I don't think so.
He's not in here with us tonight because I sure would love to ask him about that, the lick he laid on that kid, because I'm telling you what, that me and Kevin, we talked about that all summer.
Oh, I'm sure he'd love to tell you.
I hear you. All right, Coach, again, building from this, from last year up into this year, what do you see, has the Tornadoes advanced from last year to this year? What are you seeing, and what can it help us improve on this 6-6 record?
Well, to be honest, I feel like they, of course you say they're another year older, but they've grown physically, but more importantly, I think they've grown mentally. And they understand that the work ethic that needs to be put in, and to be able to get out there and perform what we're asking of them on offense, defense, and special teams.
Kevin?
Yeah, I tell you, Coach, this team, looking back at the last few seasons, you know, like David has brought it, we really haven't started out, you know, the momentum sort of kind of got going, you know, midway through the season. And of course, I've always said I'd rather be playing my best ball going into the playoffs, you know, instead of coming out the shooter of the last. But it just seems to be a hunger about this year's team. There's a I want it kind of mentality. And do you think that that's going to play into the early season schedule?
Oh, I believe so, and having the rivalry games kind of at the beginning definitely has sparked their work ethic, and they really want to get better, and they're doing that every day. I mean, we have several of them here that can tell you about it, but you know they're doing a great job as far as practice goes. That we're guys. I'll be honest with you. It was a point in time today. I looked at one of the coaches and was like, dang, practice is almost over. It just didn't seem like it because we were going so fast with everything, and it was because of the energy and the effort that they were giving.
Hey, a question to you, Coach Shanks. Noah Dante Balfour, hey man, that's a great loss when you lose a player like that, and several of the other players that we got that's gone on to school and other colleges now. How do you replace Dante Balfour? I know that's a tough question to ask you, but I do know that there's several kids I see on that roster that can and will be the next Dante Balfour.
Yeah, Dante is a very, very special type player. Not in a million years could I have asked for a kid like that. But looking forward, we do have a senior, a couple sophomores, freshmen that's going to ball out. They're very, very tenacious, a lot of heart. They listen, discipline, speed. So we're going to lock some things down this year. We're going to get it.
You know, a lot of people say that speed kills, Coach, and this is all I hear. Even I work over in Lake City, so I'm hearing it from the Columbia Tigers, and you know, they know Bradford. We talked about the brand, and Bradford now is a brand. People know Bradford from everywhere, from Georgia to Alabama. They know who Bradford is, and all they talk about is the team speed. Obviously, they've seen this. I'm assuming on 7-on-7, things like that. So. Tell us how the speed and the tenacity is going to help this year's team.
I don't really know much to say other than it's going to help. I mean, you know, these guys, they will fly to the football on defense and offense. You better get them down. I mean, because they're going to take off. You know, these guys, you know, I think we're fast. Even the big guys are fast. You know, I dream about being that fast one day, but, you know.
Well, when you get there, let me know.
I don't even drive as fast as some of them. You know, I mean, it's just, but I mean, you're right. You know, you said we build a brand, and that was kind of a goal, is to build that brand. And like you said, now everybody knows who Bradford is.
Everybody knows who Bradford is. Kevin?
Yeah, I'll tell you, David, you know, with that speed, you're seeing some incredible talent. Coach, talk a little bit about that 7-on-7. A lot of people don't necessarily during the off season get to kind of understand what's going on. But I believe, if I'm not bad mistaken, reading in the paper, y'all went to a 7-on-7 tournament and actually won it. So talk a little bit about that 7-on-7, how it helps your you know, your program in the off season.
Well, I think ultimately what it does is helps you with competing. Does it translate to wins in the fall? Not necessarily. But they were able to go out and compete. You know, we do things a little bit different. We execute our offense and defense. We don't put in special stuff just for 7-on-7. We do what we're going to do in the fall. We use it as time to practice and get better. But these guys, I mean, they're just such talented guys that they were able to get out there and I mean, truthfully, it wasn't anything we did. You know, they got out there and we played against some bigger schools, and actually I believe we were one of the smallest schools there, if I'm not mistaken, and was able to win the tournament. Now, you want to talk about, again, we started out slow. I know that's hard to believe. But, we started out slow, but, you know, once we got into elimination, matter of fact, the 3 teams we beat us earlier in the day. So, but I mean, all to me is, like I said, you get them out there, compete, and that's all you really want out of it.
Again, this is David Rodgers and Big Kevin Howe, along with Chuck Kramer. We've got Coach Tomlinson and Coach Shanks up here with us. Excuse me, we're live here at the Downtown Grill. And Kevin, I tell you, hey, nothing but tornado football right here. We got a lot of fans here with us tonight. I want you to ask if there's any tornado fans in the house. Won't you ask?
Well, I bet there's tornado fans in here. How about it, guys? Anybody in here tornado fans?
Yeah. Just about 2. Yeah, I hear you. I'll tell you what.
Mike Waltz counts for 3.
Mike Waltz counts for 3. That's what all the teams say when they come over here and they hear him on the loud stuff speaker there. But I tell you what.
Dave, I do got a question for Coach Shanks down here. Is there a team that he's looking at on the season that just kind of stands out, that just kind of you know, gets your curiosity of playing them?
To be honest, not to sound cocky, but just having a defensive mind frame, we want everybody.
I know that guy. That's just wanting to go out and get somebody what that is.
Shut down defense, coach, is what I've been hearing here. Is that what you're looking at?
That's most definitely what we're looking for.
I hear that. Coach, I tell you, we got a new AD. We're going to be talking with him here in just a little bit, Aaron Testone. Since this is the short time he's been here, what have you seen that he's done, of course, not only to help tornado football, but of course, as the other sports are coming into play as well?
Honestly, I think you're going to see big things. You know, he's got a great vision for how he wants the athletic department to go, and I honestly believe that not just building the brand, but promoting the brand, I think you're going to see all of Bradford sports take off.
All right, that sounds good to me. Kevin, do you got any more questions for the coaches?
No, I'm good.
I tell you what, Coach Shanks, thank you for coming up. Coach Brian Tomlinson, give these guys a big round of applause. Hey, head down right here for tornado football. And I tell you what, Kevin, we're going to bring on Aaron Testone here in just a little bit, the new AD at Bradford, and we're going to talk to a couple of players as well. I don't know, we've got several of them here tonight. Hey, we're just going to get a treat to see who we get, and we'll do that as soon as we take this commercial break. We're live right here at the Downtown Grill, and we'll be right back after these commercial breaks on Eagle Country.
Brought to you by Fun Point Food and Arcade, 1100 South Walnut Street in beautiful Stark, Florida. Fun Point is an all-in-one arcade and restaurant that is bound to raise your spirits, sure to please your taste buds, and the games will keep you entertained for hours. Fun Point Food and Arcade, 1100 South Walnut Street in Stark. Feel free to give them a call at 904-966-3380. Make a point to visit Fun Point.
These colors, all this history, all tornadoes. It all comes together in one place. Right here. Right now. And it's here and together. No matter what they put in front of us, we always fight on, because we are tornadoes.
Glad to be back here live in the Downtown beautiful Stark, Florida, for Tornado Sweet 2021 again. I tell you what, Aaron, I'm back on last year. I got forward to this year. As I'm saying, 21 and 22, because of the COVID thing, it just seemed like the season just sort of flowed a little bit, you know what I mean? But now, football's wide open and we're ready to go. Exciting season coming up for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, we've got a lot of athletes, and you know, Bradford, like Coach Thompson was talking about, there's always speed at Bradford. So we got a bunch of kids that have been put in the work over the summer, and our strength program is unbelievable. But, you know, I'm expecting big things, not only for football, but, you know, all the other sports as well.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard him right there. Let me get a formal introduction. Right now with us is new AD, Athletic Director at Bradford High School, Mr. Aaron Testone. Glad that you can join us, and that was a great answer on that first question. Can you tell our viewing audience and our listening audience here just a little bit about yourself for people that may not know who you are and what you've been doing the last several years?
My name is Aaron Tedstone, and I graduated from Bradford in 2000. Played baseball and football here at Bradford. I coached while I was in college at Bradford. I coached girls soccer. I was the girls head varsity coach. I was the middle school baseball coach, and I coached football under Coach Cummings for 3 years while I was going to college. Got my bachelor's in PE from the University of North Florida, and got a job across the river. So I've been there for I was there for 16 years, taught PE, and coached football and baseball over there.
Hey, I noticed how you said that. You don't want to do any push-ups either, do you? Coach Tomlinson, hey, he takes notes back there. He's back there writing it down. How many do I owe you now, Coach? Is it about 50, 75 now?
Don't give him a heart attack.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't do that. I can do that myself on Friday nights. I tell you, man, hey, I'm glad to be here. Excitement about Tornado football, excitement about Bradford and Bradford athletics as a whole. I've heard great things about you, Coach, and I tell you, I'm just looking forward to seeing some of the things that you do. And speaking of some of the things that you're going to be doing, tell us, besides football, what are you going to be really targeting on, at least for this year and into the future?
Well, we've started something called athletic clearance, and so all the paperwork that they turn in has to be done online. So that's something new this year. So we've gotten that off the ground running. It's going pretty good. Should be easier for the coaches. They don't have to keep up with paperwork. That'll be my job. So that's going to be something I think that's going to help out. And we're trying to get our Go Fan, where people can buy tickets online. So that's exciting. We'll be kicking that off first game, and that'll be for all high school sports.
Wow, that's a great thing there. And speaking of that, we're still pushing our red seats, Coach. I tell you, when me and Kevin are up in the press box and we look down and we see that red area filled, I tell you what, it just gets us excited. There's a lot of people there that are cheering and hollering. The Cindy Futches of the world, man, she's probably the biggest Bradford cheerleader that I know. When you hear her screaming and hollering, it gets us fired up too. So we're really pushing those red seats, and there's a good deal going on those red seats right now. For those 7 home games, I believe it's $10 a seat, so $70 for the whole season.
Yeah, they could, if you're interested, just contact Coach Tomlinson or Miss Grimes at the high school, and they can set you up and get you some nice seats and right there near the 50-yard line.
That's great. Anything else, Coach, that you're looking at as far as some of the other sports? I know football is prevalent right now, of course, because it's the big thing going on right now. But we've got golf, we've got cross country, we've got girls volleyball, basketball's coming up. What about some of those things? What are you going to be doing to help and improve some of those programs?
Well, girls volleyball kicks off tomorrow. They're hosting Northside. 5:30 and 6:30, JV varsity. Cross country kickoff. They got an alumni type fundraiser they're going to be doing. And then golf also, kicks off in a week or so. Middle school sports are also starting next week. So, a lot of exciting things. We've got something that I'm excited about. We got a memorial planned for Coach Hurst.
Yes.
October 1st. Will be during halftime. There will be a reception for the players and past coaches before the game, and then we'll have something special during halftime to recognize. And Coach Hurst was a special person, a special coach, so we want to make sure we recognize him.
I'm glad you said that, Coach. And speaking of Tornado football, he was Mr. Tornado football, and it's surprising that me and Kevin we hadn't had a chance to mention it yet. But I'm glad that the new AD was able to mention that. That's going to be October the 1st at the halftime.
Yeah, October 1st we play American Collegiate, so it'll be during halftime. So make sure you stick around and get your concessions before halftime. It'll be, a good time to honor him.
That's great, Coach. I appreciate you stepping in with us, and if there's anything that me and Kevin or the radio station can help you out with, you just let us know. Kevin, do you have a question for the new AD there?
Well, you was mentioning about the buying of the tickets online. Tell the Tornado fans a little bit where they can go to and how that works a little bit.
Yeah, so GoFan, GoFan, your website, you can go on there, search for Bradford High School, and it will show all the games, the fall sports games right now. And there's also passes. This is something new. A student pass is $50. That'll get you into every single high school game for the entire year. The parent, like an adult pass, is $75. It will get you into every game. And then also you can buy individual tickets on there. But basically just go on GoFan, the website, search for Bradford High School, and you can find the games right there. Another important thing is this Friday we're playing at Santa Fe, and all tickets are on GoFan. They're not going to have a cash box at the gate. So if you're planning on going, you got to make sure you purchase through GoFan there.
Hey, that's great information, Coach. Hey, I'm going to give you a chance there, Coach. You want to ask if there's any Tornado fans out there? Why don't you take that mic and ask if there's any Tornado fans?
All right, now, do we have any Tornado fans here?
Hey, that was great. Kevin, do you have anything else?
Yeah, David, I guess, and this being the guy would probably have to be in the know. I'm sure the Tornado fans are concerned that, are there going to be any kind of, because last year we had to deal with COVID and some of the restrictions, so is there any kind of regulations that's going to be out there from the FHSA or mandate from the state or anything that the fans are going to need to know about coming to these games?
Good question.
It's basically up to the district, so if we go to Alachua County, there's obviously going to be some regulations, rules there. But for us, there's nothing in place right now. We're not going to require masks, and we're not going to limit the capacity. So we're trying to keep everything open and running.
All right.
That's great.
That
That's
sounds
great.
Sounds like we're ready for some football.
It sounds like we're ready for some football. Are we ready for some football? Kevin, what do we have to hand out here? Hey, who wants a license plate?
I got license plate covers
Well,
here.
come on up. Hey, there you go, Daddy.
Tornado
Come on
Nation.
up.
Lanyards, come on up here.
Come on up
Hey,
here.
We're going to give away a video here in a little
Yeah.
bit.
How about some, we got some little stickers.
Yeah, we got
Come on up and grab you one here. Grab you a lanyard. Hey.
Tornado stickers.
Stickers.
Hey,
Hey.
a lot of tornado pride in Bradford County, and thanks to Miss Shelley Rodgers standing over here that she's provided a lot of this for us. So we want to thank her, because I tell you what, David, I'm really excited seeing there's people that ask us, they stop us and ask us about tornado football. And I'm like, well, we're just in radio, we just play by play. So we kind of started getting involved and asking questions because people are asking us.
Right.
There's an excitement about it now in Bradford County.
Yeah, and not only just in Bradford County, Kevin, but how about the people that's moved away from here, as Coach Teston has said, people that live in other areas, man, they are excited about tornado football. How can I watch it? Because, of course, we bring it all over the radio, but people's like, man, how can we listen? Well, we try to do the games live if we can, depending on where we're at. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but we try to get it to everybody as much as we can, because as Coach Tomlinson has said, this is a brand now. People want to know about tornado football.
Absolutely. Bradford is a name, and a lot of these bigger schools, I think they really want to come play Bradford because that name is getting out there. And it's a good time to be a Tornado. I mean, the pride in this county, and a lot of these other teams, they know when they come, they better tie their shoelaces on tight, because it's going to be a game.
Yeah, and all our sponsors that are in the community, from Kurt Miracle all the way down. I don't want to try to name everybody because I don't want to forget anybody, but I tell you what, they have done a great job in supporting Tornado football. Look at this brand new field that we have. To me, one of the best fields around, state-of-the-art field. We've got the Jumbotron. And hey, Coach Teston, is it true that the school down the road trying to get a little bit bigger of a video monitor that we got, I guess?
I've heard that, they're trying to...
Jumbotron, should I say?
little bit more technology, I guess, is making their way over there. Maybe a better board or something like that.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave you at that there. So, all right, I'll put you on the spot one more time. If you want to, I know Coach is in here. Looking at the team, you watch the team, you know a lot of the players. Looking at the schedule, give me a record prediction for the Tornadoes this year.
I mean, it's a tough schedule. I mean,
yes, it is.
From top to bottom. You know, there's talent. You know, every team that we play. But you know, just looking at it, I mean, our speed. There's nobody that's probably going to be faster than us.
Correct.
You know, so Madison County is going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Baker County obviously always is going to be tough. But you know, 9-1. I don't think that's unfair to say we can go 9-1.
Let me tell you what.
It's going to be tough, definitely, from top to bottom. There's going to be some tough games. But, we've got the talent to go far.
Hey, all right. Give it up for our new AD, Aaron Testo, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Hey, let's bring up some of those players. Hey, guys, do we have any Tornado fans in the house? Who's coming up, Cindy? Chase, come on up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey, who hasn't gotten a, what do we have? What do we have? We have license plates. We have little stickers. We have lanyards. Come on in and sit in here, Jason. Who else are we bringing up, Coach? Come on up, guys. All right, who we got? Come on up. There we go. We're going to get y'all really into the next segment here, as we're going to have to go to a break here. But just real quick, introduce yourselves. Start from left to right and speak loud into the mic.
Trey Hickson, I'm a senior this year. I play DB, linebacker, and pretty much anything else on defense.
Lamar Jones, I'm a senior. I play quarterback. Chasing Clark, I'm a sophomore, class of 2024. I play linebacker.
All right, Kevin. I tell you what, hey, we've got 3 outstanding players right here. And, of course, we're going to try to get Mike Qualls in, our stadium announcer, in here just a little bit, too, to see what's going on as far as some of the stuff's going on at the stadium. But right now, we're live here at the Downtown Grill for our Tornado Sneak Peek 21-22 football season. And I tell you what, we'll continue on with the show as soon as we take these commercial breaks right here on Eagle Country 106.3.
Different specials each Saturday, and on Sunday, enjoy It's Sunday Fun Downtown Grill, 301 East Wall Street in downtown Sparta. Open 7 days a week. And now the final portion of Sneak Peek live from the Downtown Grill on Eagle Country 106.3.
All right, welcome back to the Sneak Peek show here in the Downtown Grill. How about it, guys? We got Tornado fans in the house.
Yeah!
I tell you what, David, a lot of excitement down here at the grill. A lot of good food. If you're not down here at the Downtown Grill on East Call Street, you are missing out. I'm gonna tell you what, they got a pretty good hamburger, and the steak here ain't bad neither.
No, sir. I can tell you what, man. If you are looking for a great meal tonight, hey, there's still 15 minutes live of this show. You come down here and join us right here at the Downtown Grill, as Kevin said, for the Tornado Sneak Peek 21-22 season. And we've got 3 of our great football players that's going to be playing each and every Friday night for the Big Red. All right, starting to my right again. I'll introduce yourself, Jason, and I'll ask a couple questions.
Chasing Clark, class 2024 linebacker here at high school.
All right, over here.
Lamar Jones, senior quarterback.
Trey Henderson, senior defensive specialist.
I like that. Coach, did you teach him that? Defensive specialist.
No, he's smart.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I can just do everything, Coach. Put me in there, I can do it, right? All right, we'll start with you, Trip, since you're the defensive specialist. All right, so you say you play defensive back, you play corner or safety? I know what you play, but tell the audience what you play.
In the defense side, I usually play corner.
All right, so you play corner there. So you've got to cover, you've got to be one-on-one out there with some of those fast receivers that we're going to be facing. But I know you're pretty quick yourself. So do you consider yourself a lockdown corner?
I don't consider myself a lockdown corner just yet. I still have a few steps to take to get there.
But I tell you what, though, you can. Hey, you ain't afraid to cover anybody, right? That we're playing on this schedule, are you?
Of course not.
I got you. All right, Amari. I tell you what. I heard you say QB. So Dejon Shanks, I know, was a QB too as well. So you said QB and didn't say another position. So did we get a lot of the snaps this year?
Just gotta wait to see.
Nice, Coach.
He's been coached by Brian Thompson.
Give it up for Coach Thompson. He told me what to say there. Goodness. You knew I was coming there with that, didn't you? That's good. That's a good answer. Are you going to play a little defense as well, or are you going to be mainly in offensive specialist?
Just quarterback.
Just quarterback. All right, Kevin. That's telling us a little something here without giving away the whole wagon wheel here.
You know how Brian is. He just ain't gonna give up secrets.
No, he sure ain't going to give up secrets. I can tell you that right now. Right here, we got a sophomore. It's hard to say sophomore because I think you've been around this program such a long time. You know, chasing here, chasing there. Of course, we know your daddy real well. He played here at Bradford High School as well. Hey, playing the linebacker position. Seen you lay a couple of licks on some people, man. You're not afraid to hit anybody, are you?
No, sir, not one bit.
Not one bit, are you? You're playing the middle linebacker, outside linebacker, inside linebacker, Mike linebacker? What you playing?
Play outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker. So who's your linebacker for? Who you got with you?
We got Mike, middle linebacker. We got Bryson Bowen. We got outside linebacker, my brother Torn.
Okay.
Torn Brazil.
Torn Brazil, yeah.
Me on the other side.
All right. Hey, Torrin told me he's faster than you. Is that true?
I'll have to see in the game.
We'll have to see in the game. All right. Torrin, are you faster than him? You can say it louder now. Don't be afraid to say it. Yes, he said. All right, I got you. So on the defensive side of the ball, you know, I hear a lot of this. You know, we're talking about shutdown defense. I know you guys have been playing for a long time, starting from when y'all were pee-wees all the way up into middle school, now into the high school level. Y'all been together for a while. What makes y'all such a cohesive unit? Because of that time y'all play together, y'all know each other, y'all sort of know how each other's going to work.
I would say as a unit together, and there's a brotherhood, and we all have the same mentality of we're going to carry a tenacious mentality on and off the field.
I got you. Kevin, you got a question for any one of these guys?
Well, I mean, just in general, you can let Amari. Out there. I've been watching. We had to go up and test the equipment, and I'll tell you, I don't know how y'all do it, but just talk a little bit about how the weather's been kind of affecting, you know, the practice. Because I'm telling you something. Just looking out there, yeah, I'm glad I'm sitting in the AC.
Yeah, how's the weather affecting you?
I mean, you got to play any type of weather, so you know we just adjust and we just go with the cards we dealt with. You know?
I got you. Hey Trent, who introduce the rest of the players that aren't up here with us? Who's some of these guys back here and give their positions?
First up, we got Big Crush in the front. That's Torn Brazil. He plays linebacker, mainly outside linebacker, but he'll get in and Mike a little bit.
Okay.
He's a sophomore with chasing. We got Jaron Alexander right there. I call him quick switch. He's a wide receiver, slot. He plays a little bit of corner safety, and he's a junior. And we got more Pat back there. Devon McBride, he plays outside linebacker with his two respected brothers, Torn and Chase.
All right, that sounds great. So where is Sincere tonight, man? Because I tell you what, that lick, I just can't get that lick out of my mind that he laid on that kid over in Madison County. So anyway, I know where he's probably got a busy schedule, but y'all guys are going to be, like I said, really good defensively. And I know we got that's a tough schedule that we're going to be playing. So just tell me some of the things without, like I said, giving away the playbook that we're going to see. Maybe from a carryover from last year's team to this year's team, or maybe something new.
I say you see a difference in how hard, mainly the linebackers hit the hole, how quick we read, difference in our read steps.
Now, are you better than your dad was when he played here?
I would like to think so.
You would like to think so? I bet if I asked him, he'd probably say, I don't know about all that right now. I know he would say that you probably are. I can tell you that. He is, and there's no doubt about it. Now, do you have anybody that's played here at Bradford before you?
No, I don't have nobody.
But I know you have, right? Tell me some of the players that you're related to or that you're kin to that's played here at Bradford.
Well, I have an uncle. He set many records here for Russian, Demetrius Hankerson. And that's all I can remember currently.
We remember Demetrius Hankerson and how quick he was. That was the thunder and lightning combo there, if we like to call him that. So, again, hey guys, I want to thank y'all for coming up and just to give a quick overview of the season. What has prepared you? What has the coaching staff, Amari, instilled in you to get the best out of you?
I would say preparation. Me and Coach T, we sit down a lot, talking about playbook stuff, the offense, and really just connecting about with the guys, while the receivers, So that's really it, just, getting ready, preparation.
You study film a lot there, right?
Yeah, I study film a lot.
How about you, Trent? How about you? Same question.
Yes, sir, I study film a lot.
How has the coaches prepared you? I know more mentally, physically, both. What have they done to get the best out of Trent?
Well, on the defensive side of the ball, our coaches are very next level, so they want us to be very aggressive and play with a chip on our shoulder and play with a little bit of swag. They want us to go out there and fly around and have fun. So they pretty much put in a certain characteristic that I can't really describe. It's a fusion of ruthlessness and just outright swagger.
Jason, same thing to you.
I would say the coaches, as a collective group, have instilled in me mental playbook, I guess you could say, in my head, where they've instilled it into where there's different tendencies you have, different actions you take when you have when the play, how the play turns out and how you react.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these three fine players right here. You're going to see them each and every Friday night. Hey, they're going to be winning the woods with some people. Jason, Mari, Trent, thank you guys very much. God bless you. Hey, and I hope you have a great, great season, which I know that can be. Again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for them one more time.
David, I tell you, me and you've been talking about, we're getting older, we're not getting younger. I mean, and sooner or later, we may have to just kind of quit doing this stuff. We'll get too old to get up there to the press box to call plays. We might have found our replacements here tonight. I thought they did a great job.
I thought they did a great job too, man. So if when y'all guys get done with college and y'all want to come back, y'all can take over announcing the football games. How about that on the radio? I'm sure, hey, the boss is over here. I'm sure he'd love to have you. All right. If I can, we got about 5 or 6 minutes left. I want to bring up Mike Walls, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to go back. I want to bring up Mike Walls just for a few minutes here to talk about the stadium. He is our stadium announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Mike Walls. Yeah! Woo. Mike, welcome in. Thank you for being able to stop by. I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'm going to let you start off the questions for Mike here, and then I'm gonna come back with one.
Well, I'm not going to pick on Mike because he is a Washington football team.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so, all right. But Mike does a great job at the stadium, and I tell you, Mike, is there, anything special maybe in the works, or I know that you do a wonderful job up there on Friday nights. Everybody kind of talks about it. I've even been in because, the system, you can hear it over Stark. And I've heard people, I went up to Wed Dixon, they're like, are you that guy I hear on the speak? I'm like, no, that's Mike Walls. Anything going special for this year football?
That is pretty funny that voice can go through the whole city and people on Griffiths Loop can hear it. That's a shame, actually. But hey, sometimes the tornadoes, when they fire you up, man, you want the whole town to hear it. So I do like to get a little bit, have a little fun with the fans. I feel like that's a big part of it, watching these young men go out there and put it on the line night after night. How can you not want to get excited and get behind them? And this year, I tell you, I feel something different going into this year. And And if that little game against Newberry with that 27-7 finish, if you was there to catch that, I tell you what, this season is going to be something else, Tornado fans, and we definitely want to invite you out. Big Kev, the answer to your question though, something that I caught that's I want to just reiterate, October 1st Memorial for Coach Hurst. Guys, that is a big one, and we want to see everybody out for that one, as well as all of them. But Coach Hurst, I tell you, that's a name that's been generations of coaching here in Bradford County. So now we have Coach Thomas, and he said it's his 5th year. But I'm telling you, folks, with what I see with these Tornadoes, we're fixing to keep him for generations to come, because I tell you, it can only get better. And Coach Thompson mentioned his 5th year here, but I tell you, the team, you can't find a better team right now. And you talk about the hype out there. I was in Baker County the other day. Baker County is focusing on one game right now. One game.
That's that first one.
That's the Bradford Tornadoes. They're starting to sweat it out a little bit, like Union County and some of these others that are talking about us. When you talk about Bradford being the brand, I tell you what, that excites me, because Bradford is really showing what they've got. A room full of playmakers here tonight, and I tell you, that defense, it scares me. Now,
oh yeah.
Now, Coach Shanks talked a little bit about what he's doing behind the scenes there, but I guarantee there's some stuff he ain't telling you, and these people out there starting to worry about that. So truly excited. I think these Tornadoes, you know, I like to say this is the year we changed the date. And for anybody that went to Bradford High School, they know about them dates on that wall. We've seen them year after year after year, and I think this very well might be that year we change the date.
Well, I tell you what, Mike, you're exactly right. Kevin, do you want to follow up on that? No, we just got a couple of minutes here.
You know, I'm glad that, you know, the AD come up and he talks about Coach Hurst and here Mike Clausen. So that's going to be a special night. David, I come here as a young boy. We started coming to Tornado football. I've been coming to Tornado football for a long time, and Coach Hurst's name's synonymous. And he was just that kind of guy. I come up through Bradford High School, played in the sports program, and you know, he wasn't big in stature, but his legacy is just overwhelms there. You know what I'm saying? He was mighty big in what he had done for Bradford High School, and it's just good to see that there's going to be a recognition for him and the things that he accomplished here while he was at Bradford High School.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin, it's been a great show already, and so far, and we just got a couple of minutes left. I want to thank all of our guests, Coach Tomlinson, all the players, Coach Shanks, Mike Qualls here, the new AD Aaron Testone, and you, Big Kev, one of the great play-by-play. Well, when you have to do it, you haven't had to do it yet, but you never know when you may have to do it. Color commentary.
Yeah, it's easy to just sit next to the best play caller out here in the state. And I'll tell you, there's the football that I've listened to over the radio. I'll tell you, David, you're up there on top. But one other we need to thank is the Downtown Grill for this sneak freak show tonight. That was a great spot.
Give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The Downtown Grill for coming through for us. Also want to thank Dave Holland for bringing this live on the spot with David Rodgers as well. Give it up for Mr. Dave Holland right here, bringing that live. Also, Mr. Chuck Kramer and Lynn Vellis back at the studio producing this thing. So, guys, again, thank you very much. Who wants a Rudy film right here? Rudy CD, come and get it. Rudy, how about it?
Get that too.
Rudy, Coach. This is for you guys. Hey, you can put it in the DVD there and play that for the team. Guys, it's been a great show. Kevin, we didn't get a chance to go over all the schedule, but we'll be able to do that during our new and improved 30-minute pregame that we have. So on behalf of the Downtown Grill, Chrissy and Ricky Thompson owners, and of course, the great wait staff, Mr. Chuck Kramer, Miss Lynn Bellis, the best color commentator in the state, Big Kevin Howe. I'm David Rodgers. God bless you. Thank you for joining us on the 21-22 Tornado Sneak Peek, and we'll see you at the football games this fall. Thank you guys. God bless you.
WBZ